Sia is coming out and revealing that she was suicidal following all the backlash she received from her controversial film Music. Let's get into all the details.
First of all, we would like to issue a trigger warning because this video does touch on the topic of suicide, so please only continue watching if you feel comfortable doing so. In an interview with the New York Times, Sia shared that she was suicidal and had to enter rehab due to all the criticism she faced in her directorial debut in her film Music. Sia's interview was part of a profile on comedian Kathy Griffin. She talked about how Kathy helped her cope with the negative reviews once the film was released. Sia explained, "I was suicidal and relapsed and went to rehab." She then went to credit Kathy with saving her life. The whole controversy over the film started when Sia decided to cast former Dance Moms star Maddie Ziegler in the lead as a non-verbal autistic teen named Music Gamble. Maddie and Sia have famously worked together in the past for Sia's music video projects Chandelier and Elastic Hearts. With Maddie being neurotypical, many members of the autism community were outraged by the casting and how the film portrayed autism in general. There were even petitioners asking for the movie to be cancelled. Yet, the movie was released in theaters last year and faced even more backlash after it received 2 Golden Globe nominations in 2021. But before the movie came out, Sia initially defended casting Maddie, explaining to Australia's 10 News First that she tried working with a beautiful young girl non-verbal on the spectrum. However, Sia said the experience was unpleasant and stressful due to the role being very demanding. Sia thought Maddie was perfect for the job because the character has many complicated dance sequences. And ultimately, Sia told Australian TV show The Sunday Project that the decision to cast Maddie was more about nepotism than ableism. She said, "I realised it wasn't ableism. I mean, it is ableism, I guess, as well, but it's actually nepotism because I can't do a project without her. I don't want to. I wouldn't make art if it didn't include her." Interestingly enough, the character Music Gamble was based off of one of Sia's neuroatypical friends. Sia revealed, "He found it too stressful being non-verbal, and I made this movie with nothing but love for him and his mother." Regardless of Sia's intentions on making the film, tons of people had issues with Maddie's character being physically restrained in attempts to keep her calm. And because of this particular criticism, Sia tweeted this: "The motion picture Music will, moving forward, have this warning at the head of the movie. Music in no way condones or recommends the use of restraint on autistic people. There are autistic occupational therapists that specialize in sensory processing, who can be consulted to explain safe ways to provide proprioceptive, deep pressure feedback to help with meltdown safety." Sia later appeared to delete her Twitter amid all the backlash in February of 2021. According to USA Today, Sia and the movie's filmmaker also responded to the backlash by saying scenes with Maddie's character being held back would be nixed from all future printings. However controversial the movie may be, there is one thing we know for sure. The film has generated important conversations about ableism, disability rights, and portraying and casting people with autism in the proper way.
And for more details on the controversy surrounding Sia's film Music, click right over here for the full rundown. Then, if you or someone you love needs help, call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline on 1-800-273-8255. I'm your host, Susan Morad. Please take care, you guys.